This time at the Quick Speed Shop, I took Project Green Machine to a huge automotive estate sale, and I've got a whole truckload of treasures. Let's see what I got. Alright, here we go. You can see through the plexiglass hatch here. It's a little windy out today. It's turned into fall, but it's a nice day. It's warm out, so let's see what I got in here. Hopefully nothing will fall out. Yeah. Holy moly, here we go. Look out. It's all coming at once. That's what she did. Oh, shoot. Alright, that was a catastrophe, but now I got the door open. First thing I got, this guy had a junkyard and he had tons of new old stock and replacement parts. I got a brand new 80 to 81 Ford F-Series truck grill right here. Bam. Also a 78 to 79 Ford F-Series grill. Brand new. We've got Southwind heaters. These are gasoline fired aftermarket heaters you would have bought back in the 40s and 50s and put in your car. Usually they look like this, and they've actually got ports where you'd run gasoline right from the engine right to here, and there's got a little wick or a little thermocouple, and it actually burns gasoline like a Volkswagen heater. So I got 3 of these. These are in nice shape. This one's got a super cool deco looking to the front of it. But I've got at least enough for 3 heaters here. This is the headlight box. Got some super early, probably Model T or something, headlights. These are ones that had the lamp oil, and there was a old junk. There was a wick in here, and the heat came out the top of this unit, and actually you would have a fire in here, and it was like a lantern. Basically, it's a lantern for headlights before they had actual sealed beam headlights, and there's probably even old asbestos in there for the heat on the back, so that's cool. Got a couple of these. Got a couple other headlights. Got this cool chrome emergency brake handle. I'm not sure what it goes to, but it looks neat, so I got that. Whole bunch of hubcaps. I've got a Studebaker division, present hubcap. Tons of, could be M series. It's a cool early one with a Studebaker swish on it, probably from the early 30s. And some other ones got a whole host of Studebaker caps. Also bought a bunch of Mercury caps. Here we got some, these are Mercury 849 to 51 caps. I believe this is like a 1940-ish. This is a 46 to 48 cap. These are cool. You flathead guys got a bunch of 94 carburetors. This one's, yeah, they're all 94s, I think. This one looks like it's been rebuilt or is new old stock, one of the two. And a couple other 94s in here. This cool old coil with a resistor on top. That was pretty neat. That's pretty old. And then some cool boxes for display. These are probably piston rings and things like that, and bearings. So a bunch of cool boxes for display there. I thought these are pretty neat. These are an accessory you could get like from a J.C. Whitney or something called Sea and Fog. And what they were was literally a yellow lens you'd stick over your round headlight, and supposedly they'd help you see in the fog. So there's instructions and the lenses and some clips. I got like 4 boxes of these. They're pretty cool. And then there's a bunch of cool old early instrument clusters. I'm not sure what this one is out of, but it's pretty nice. All the gauges are there. Where's the speedometer made? Rochester, New York. There we go. So that's a cool instrument cluster out of a 20s car. Here we got another one. Super dirty. I'm going to clean these up. This one's out of a Plymouth. Probably like a late 20s, early 30s Plymouth. That's pretty neat. It's all there. Speedometer's over here. I'll clean this up. This ought to clean up nice. Ford V8 script center hubcaps for 32 up to 35. I've got like 3 boxes of these. There's probably 20, 30 in each box. And tons of trim rings. This is a 16-inch Ford. Tons of different trim rings here. I got to go through them, see what they fit. So like stacks and stacks and stacks of trim rings. Another big box of trim rings. More instrument clusters. Check out the Art Deco layout in this thing. This is pretty awesome. It's all there except for, looks like, the oil pressure gauge. Real early brass, maybe T brass cowl light with the stand here. Carter 2-barrel carburetor. This is maybe like a 46 Ford or Mercury, something like that. Instrument cluster here, it's pretty nice. Super cool little accessory gauge here, or maybe it was pretty cool little gauge here. Another instrument cluster that was in a fire. Some of these cars are burned, like they burned them out at the junkyard. This one's got a little melted, but all the gauges are there. Another pretty early instrument cluster. It'd be cool in a little roadster. You can put newer gauges in here, but clean this panel up. Some kind of magneto for something. This is a cool one here, another complete cluster. All these would be good for hot rod projects. You want to put a different dash in that nobody else had. I scored these nice headlight buckets. I'm not sure what they go to. They had a stand on the side. They either mounted on the grill or on top of a fender. They got a nice teardrop design. Big stack of cast iron in the back of the truck are Model A accessory heaters. This one's an Outwell health heater, it says right there. And these would mount on the engine. This is an Autolite. Mount on top of the exhaust manifold, and the fan would blow hot air through the heatilator on the exhaust manifold into a pipe which would go into the firewall. And you'd have a little flap, you'd open it up, and that'd be your heater in your Model A Ford. So that's pretty cool. I got probably 30 of them here, mostly Model A's. There's a couple of 6-cylinder ones in there that I'm not sure what they go to, but I picked out all the heatilator ones. They're about $5 a piece, so I figured what the heck, might as well save them all. So I got the whole mountain of them right here. I'll unload those and we'll get into the sheet metal next. Alright, who can tell me what this is? This is a AMC new old stock Pacer Coupe quarter panel. Bam! When's the last time you all saw one of these? Got the AMC tag still on it here. This is a super good find. Pacers and Gremlins and all that are just coming in to the be popular right behind the Javelins and all that. So this is a super good score. Super rare. I know that hot rod guys aren't interested in Pacers, but these cars are cool and you don't find this stuff laying around every day, so I'm really happy to get this. Speaking of AMC sheet metal, look at this. A new old stock AMC Gremlin quarter panel. This would be up to I think 76, I think 77, 78. They changed it back here. So this would be probably 70 to 76. I'm saving this for me because I had a 76 Gremlin at one time and I'd like to get another one, so I'm saving this AMC new old stock quarter panel for a Gremlin for me. But you don't see these laying around every day either. Right here we got a good, probably a spare off the back of a 33-34 Ford. This is a 17-inch rim, which was 33 and 34 Ford only. It's got a nice cap on it. It's got a decent tire. And I'm going to take this down to Hershey. I'm sure somebody would want this for some project they're working on. It's in nice shape. All right, we're going to continue on to the AMC sheet metal. This is an early Jeep Gladiator fender without the flare, so I'm not sure what it is. or probably 60s. I'm sure this was probably an aftermarket piece, judging by the way it's made. It's got a little bit of surface rust on it, but that's a good part. These Jeeps are popular, and the fenders rust right off them, so it's nice to have this. Here's another one for a later model Jeep with the fender flares. This would be probably 72 on up. So it's another good find right here. Speaking of AMC sheet metal, it's still there. I've got a Spirit Concord Eagle fender, brand new, passenger side here. A little bit of damage on the corner. Let's see, this is the aftermarket piece, made in Taiwan, but still, it's better than not having one, because all these fenders rot out around the lips under the Eagles, and the early cars, they rotted up top here on the, all these would rot out, so it's a good score. I'm keeping my AMC Eagle wagon for future stuff, so all this AMC stuff, I'm hanging on to the AMC car sheet metal. Another cool find, also AMC, it's a fiberglass fender. I've seen one of these before in the junkyard. This is a Concord fender, and which also fits Spirit, but it's completely fiberglass. So that was pretty cool. If you're building a Spirit or Concord drag car, this would be something to put on there, get the weight down a little bit. 72 to 91 Dodge truck rocker panel. It's got a little bit of issue back here, but it'd be good for mostly parts. So, threw that in there. This was a cool find here. Can you see it? It's an early axle with a bend in it. It might be Mopar, and it's got wheels where they'd have a big wing nut on them. It's pretty early, judging by the knuckles on it. It's probably 20s. Make a good piece for the trog or something like that. So I got that. Whole stack of these wheel discs. I'm not sure what they fit. They're probably maybe aftermarket. Ooh, there's a nice one in there. Maybe they're original. And I gotta go through all these, but these might be replacement pieces, but they would dress up your wheel. They'd go with a hubcapper to hold them on. A 1940 Oldsmobile grill here. This is a 1 year only grill. Fortunately, the bottom bar pretty much deteriorated, but the ribs here, the sheet metal in the center is still good. Got the emblem on it, you got the top hat here, so that's a good piece for somebody with a 40 olds that needs a grill. Not sure if this is T or what this is, but might be 26, 27 T, judging by the windshield post, but it's in decent shape. It should blast up nice, and I have a nice Model T Roadster windshield frame. Another AMC Spirit Concord Eagle passenger side fender. Now I got 3 passenger side fenders. Well, here's the secret. I bought all the AMC stuff, so that's why it's so AMC heavy here. But what I also bought, a Renault Alliance fender, just because it was in the AMC pile. So, got that if anybody's got a Renault Alliance. But I did buy. Was a pair of 75 to 91 Ford van doors, because I want to do a custom boogie van here eventually. And so I found this pair of van doors, so I picked them up. They're aftermarket ones, and I think this one's got, yeah, I got a little ding there, but they'll fit all those vans, and around here the vans get rusty, so it'd be good to have an extra set of doors here. So got a pair of those doors in here too. Here I got a, I believe it's 49 to 51 Mercury bumper here. Here's the rear bumper guard with the license plate lamp. I believe this is the front bumper with the Mercury logo on it. So it's got a couple of dings, but it's solid, be a good piece for somebody who wanted to build a custom Merc. And one more instrument cluster dash rail out of something. It's got a super cool dash rail, so that's why I picked it up. You can modify this and put it in an early open car, and it would be a real nice period piece. I don't think there's a name on it anywhere. Fenders for 72 to 80 Dodge trucks. I've got 80 Dodge truck here that you guys haven't seen yet, but I will be doing a project on that here probably next year. So I picked up 3 spare fenders for these trucks. They're starting to get popular, so I bought them all. And they're all passenger side. And last but not least, some Ford truck rocker panels. They say 84, 80 and 84, but they'll fit all the way up to 96 as far as I know. Got a pair of those for always fixing these trucks up, so it's nice to have a pair of those. And then 73 to 79 cab corner back in the back, and a random seized up hub puller here that was just in the box. So that was it. That was all the goodies are in the back of the Project Green machine. I can't believe all that stuff fit in the back of Project Green machine, but now what am I going to do? I got to put all this junk away somewhere. Man, it takes up a lot of space when you blow it out all over the yard here, but hopefully I'll find somewhere to put it. I got to start thinking and putting things away. I'm also going to be pulling out the trinkets I want to take to Hershey, but this is an awesome automotive estate sale. It was worth going. I spent about 4 hours picking through a whole building to find all this stuff, and it was really one of my better picking adventures. Got a ton of cool old AMC sheet metal that I want, and a ton of early Ford and other stuff to sell at swap meets and use in hot rod projects and all that. So it was an awesome haul in the back of Project Green machine. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. I'm putting out new videos every Wednesday and Saturday. Hit the bell for alerts. Tell your friends. And as always, we'll see you right back here at the Quick Speed Shop for more junk collecting, hot rod builds, and whatever else is going on here in the shop.